You're gonna suck at first at anything you do.
Yeah.
Right? Anything new. But that's how you grow. That's how you get better. It's just getting out of your comfort zone. So.
Delayed gratification is such a big thing that goes under the radar with martial arts. And that type of delayed gratification, it really goes a long way when you get out into the real world.
Yeah,
it's such an asset to have that mentality that like, I don't need to win right now.
Yeah. When I think of discipline, it's when I have to do something I don't want to do. Mm-hmm. Like a lot of people would look at my life and say like, you live a really disciplined life. But like, that's not discipline. That's just my lifestyle. That's easy for me. It's not difficult. It's not discipline. I would say that health and nutrition has been the biggest and best return on investment. Being healthy, being in shape, being strong, those carry into so many other areas of your life, right? My best friends is through the sports that I do, right?
I think that's where men are missing out on friendships, putting themselves out there to tribes, to new communities, to organizations.
They're in their lives, they're in their routines, they have their families that they're providing for, and if I didn't go and start doing those sports when I moved back here, I don't think I'd have many friends. It would just be the people through work, really. You can be a man, you can still be strong and still feel like anxiety, for example, right? Maybe a bit of a stigma that you're a man, you just gotta be like strong all the time. And the truth is yeah, you can still be strong, but you can still feel those emotions, fear, anxiety, stress, anger, all those other things, and you're going to, everybody does. I'm the type of person that if I'm thinking about trying something new or starting something new, but I already know that I'm not gonna be able to commit and be consistent, I just won't do it.
Yeah. What's something you struggle with that people wouldn't expect? All right, welcome back, Wellness Ninjas, to another episode of the Wellness Dojo Podcast. I'm your host, Kyle Craik, and I'm pretty pumped to have my good friend Cole here. Cole, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. I'm very excited to be on here.
Yeah, I'm excited to have you too. This is something we've been talking about doing for a little while now.
Yeah, it's been probably a couple months now, I'd say.
Yeah. And we go way back. Like people who know me and who know you probably don't even know, but like I think it was 2015 we started working together at a gym.
Yeah, man, it might have even been earlier than that because I started working at that gym in 2013.
Okay.
Near the tail end, and that was a while ago. So it's been a while.
Yeah, man, it's been a minute. Like I was just reflecting back on it today, thinking about doing this episode and chatting, and I was like, man, like so much in life has changed since you and I first met. It's crazy.
100%.
But it's how cool that we're here today. And now we're doing a podcast together.
Yep, I'm stoked.
So, okay, this is awesome. And you're also a fellow martial artist. I've been a lifelong martial artist. And I think when we first started hanging out, I think you were just getting into jiu-jitsu, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, actually, when we first started hanging out, I don't even think I was doing martial arts. I do remember you were one of the people that got me interested in it.
Okay.
Because it was right around the time that Conor McGregor was getting big in the UFC there. And so I was kind of getting interested in it. I knew that you did it. So I think I even came and watched a couple of your competitions.
Yeah, I think I remember that too.
Like before I even started anything at all.
Did you come and try one of my classes?
I don't know if I tried it, but I definitely remember watching. Yeah.
I was probably trying to get you into it. I was probably come on, Cole, come on.
Do it. But no, what ended up happening was I didn't start when I first met you, but when I moved back to BC, because I moved back for a couple of years, that's when I started. I had another buddy that I started doing some kickboxing classes with, and that was fun. That kind of got me into it. Mm-hmm. And then I started doing some Brazilian Jiu Jitsu kind of around that time as well. Mm-hmm. And when I actually moved back, I was going to try to either get into like MMA gym or kickboxing. And in Okotoks, where I live, I could only find like jiu-jitsu or boxing, really. It's
pretty limited, right?
And so the gym that I started with and I still go to, they had a boxing class, and actually the first class that I went to there was the boxing class. And I was like, you know what? Before I left, I tried a couple jiu-jitsu classes. I'm like, I didn't really love it. I don't know. I didn't like getting beat up by like kids and like women.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what? It was fun the couple times I tried it. So I'm like, I'm just gonna go back in there. I'm gonna get humbled, and then I honestly ended up like falling in love with it. So yeah, that's kind of how I started.
It's interesting because I was much younger obviously when I started martial arts, but kind of similar. Like I remember just sucking at it and like feeling like so bad at it and stuff like that, and like almost not wanting to do it, and then having just gone back, you fall in love with it, whatever it is,
dude. And it's awesome because it's so humbling too, right? Like I remember my first class I ever did, like I was rolling with a woman, and I was like pretty strong. I was probably around 220 pounds. And I just remember her like tapping me like 10 times in 5 minutes, like with like the same thing every time. And I was like, okay, I need to actually get better at this. Like, come on now. So yeah, that was my intro to that.
Yeah, it's true. I think it's one of those sports where for the right type of person who's driven to like grow and develop and just be better always, it's a sport that will humble you, but it motivates you to like always push yourself more. Because even I'm injured right now, I take a couple weeks off, I know I go back, I'm like, I'm gonna be humbled again, but it's gonna drive me as well.
100%, man. Yeah, like, and there's two types of people I find. There's the person that either gets humbled and they're like, okay, I got to come back and get better, or they get humbled and they don't like it, and their ego just turns them off and they never show up again.
Yeah,
so
they're like, I'm out.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's, I think, how a sport or a gym even attracts the right people. It's that correct culture, right? For sure. You find.
For sure.
Okay, so we've got some audience questions. So we're going to jump into some audience questions.
Okay.
Are you ready for the first one?
Let's go for it.
All right, so first question here. How has being a martial artist shaped the way you move through life outside the gym? So that's a good segue. We kind of just talked about how martial arts kind of shapes us in the gym, but how has that actually transformed the way that you walk, in your life, in your career, in relationships, all those things?
I would say it gave me a lot of confidence, to be honest, in which it definitely filtered into other areas of my life as well. So I would say that was probably the biggest thing, if I'm being honest with you. Yeah.
So confidence?
Yeah, I would say confidence, and like delayed gratification as well. Yeah. Like you're gonna suck at first at anything you do. Yeah. Right? Anything new. But that's how you grow. That's how you get better. It's just getting out of your comfort zone. So.
Yeah, and I think martial arts, like delayed gratification, is such a big thing that goes under the radar with martial arts, right? Because like jiu-jitsu in particular, you're not walking in expecting like, oh, after X amount of months, I'm going to get tested for my belt because I'm here. Yeah. Right? It's the same way that I grew up with my martial arts instructor. It was never about the belt. Yeah. Right? And that type of delayed gratification, it really goes a long way when you get out into the real world and you start to realize, like, in a society now that's so instant gratification, right? It's terrible. It's such an asset to have that mentality that, like, I don't need to win right now. Yeah. I don't need to be rewarded for every action that I take.
Yeah. And a lot of times it's like pay now or pay later, right? Like you can choose your hard now or hard chooses for you later, right? Like choose your hard. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's a really big thing. And you're right. Like we do live in a society now where instant gratification is just like out of control. Yeah. Yeah.
So true. Yeah. Yeah. And confidence too is another one that's big for me as well for martial arts. It's like even as simple as like, I remember being in school and being so anxious to present even a project in front of the class. Like I was terrified to do that. Yeah. And now I love being up in front of people. Yeah. And that comes from in martial arts, having that desire, like seeing my instructor run a class and that type of thing. And then having that desire to come back from that. Yeah. And to be able to be like, no, I want to be able to do that too. I want to inspire people too. That motivation now, like I have so much confidence in the way of I'm not afraid to get up in front of a, I'm still nervous. It's still like, it's still hard.
Of course, right?
But yeah, that confidence level is definitely there.
Yeah, like I definitely can relate to that, because anybody who knows me knows that I'm a very big introvert. And so like, it's the same thing, man. Like, I remember when I was younger, like if I had to make a phone call to like make an appointment or something, I'd be like, heart would be racing. I'd be like stressed out to just make a phone call appointment. Right now, look at, like, I'm doing a podcast.
Yeah.
So
Hell yeah, man.
yeah. So yeah, for sure. Yeah. Confidence, big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I was the same way. Even today, I hate answering my phone. Like if my phone rings, it's almost always like, if I don't recognize the number, I'm like, this can go to voicemail. If it's important,
they'll leave a message. That's my motto. If it comes up and then I don't know the name, you can leave a message if it's important. Yeah. And most of the time they don't leave a message.
I think it's like such like a millennial type thing, I think.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
All right, let's go to the next question. What does a structured day look like for you, and what happens when it falls apart? Okay, this is a great question for you, because you're a super structured dude from what I know.
Yeah.
Like, you have a very regimented schedule and stuff. So what does that look like for you?
So every day of the week is like different, but it's the same every day each week. And every Sunday I will get a whiteboard out and I will write out my entire week. And honestly, I really don't even need to write it out, because rarely anything changes. But yeah, like a Monday, I'll give you an example of a Monday. I'm up at 6 a.m. I'm up at 6 every single day of the week. Up and asleep same time every day. Up at 6 a.m. That's my time to start getting ready for work, all that kind of stuff. I'm at work or ready for work at 7, whatever. 7 to 3:30 or 4-ish, I'm working. I'll come home, and then immediately I'll start prepping for the next day, just for like work and that kind of stuff. And then usually I will go after that and train. So Mondays, for example, would just be going to the gym. I'll go do that, and then I will usually go visit my family or some friends or whatever for a little bit. Come home, eat dinner, shower, go to bed, read before bed usually. But yeah, it's pretty much the same thing every day. Tuesday would be like the same thing, but instead of the gym, it would be like going to jiu-jitsu. Yeah. Right? Like every day is a little different, but same thing. And like one day I just have dedicated to doing chores all evening. So very structured in my day-to-day. But I would say if it falls apart unexpectedly, it kind of throws my brain into chaos a little bit. I'm going to be honest. But that's just a part of it. It's going to happen. Yeah. Just pivot, reprioritize.
What do you mean by that, though? Like, your brain goes into chaos? Like,
if I can't do what I want, I start kind of getting like, I don't know, like anxious. Okay. Yeah. Maybe is the best word to put it. Stressed a little bit. And irritated. Irritated is a good word too, because I'm like, I wanted to do this, I was supposed to do this, and now I had this crap come up that I don't want to do, or maybe I do want to do it, but most of the time it's when I have to pivot in my day, it's not for like for fun reasons. So,
And have you always been that way? Like, is that always how you've been, or is that something you've developed in your adult life?
I've been that way for the most part, but it's gotten much more in the as I've gotten older. As I've gotten older, I would say that it's continuously progressed.
That makes sense. So I'm kind of the opposite, but we have very different like life stories too so far, right? Where like I started, I would say, quite regimented. Like, I was very disciplined to training and everything like that. And like, as the years went on, I had 1 kid, 2 kids, 3 kids kind of thing. And then, you go through a divorce and like all this kind of stuff. Your regiment goes kind of out the window a lot of the times, but discipline has kind of looked different for me. Is like, I've been really disciplined with smaller things that have helped keep my schedule is kept my brain from going through that chaos mode.
Right.
I think.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's another thing, like with discipline, like when I think of discipline, it's when I have to do something I don't want to do. Mm-hmm. Like a lot of people would look at my life and say like, you live a really disciplined life. And there are definitely things in my life that I would consider like take a lot of discipline that I don't want to do. But like me going and training 5 times a week or whatever, that's not discipline. That's just my lifestyle. That's easy for me, right?
Yeah.
So I think if it's like not, if it's not difficult, it's not discipline.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it, you know?
No, I agree. I think it's like a discipline hack.
Yeah.
It's like if you can, I used to say this with my clients when I was personal training too. It's like, if you can find the things that you enjoy doing with fitness, you're going to find it so much easier to stay consistent with it.
Yeah.
Right. It's the same thing. Like if somebody told you like the only way for you to stay in shape right now is to do Zumba classes. Yeah. That would probably be so hard for you to stay disciplined with that. Ever. Right. That would require so much willpower to be disciplined. Whereas like you love jiu-jitsu, you love training, you love, testing yourself in different ways with your fitness.
Yeah.
And so that makes it a lot easier because you've tied it into your passions.
Yeah.
Right.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. We're going to go to the next question.
All right.
Okay. What habits, this is a good question. What habits have had the biggest return on investment in your life?
Well, just staying consistent with, I would say that health and nutrition has been the biggest and best return on investment. Because like I was kind of saying, like that's kind of filtered into every area with like the confidence, right? Like being healthy, being in shape, being strong, like those carry into so many other areas of your life, right? And if you're able to stay consistent and do those things, and you're able to stay healthy and fit and strong and all that, generally speaking, you're able to translate that into other areas of your life as well. I tend to find that with people who are fit is usually they're successful in other areas of their life. That's just what I've observed.
Yeah, I think that's accurate.
Yeah.
I would say that's fairly accurate. I mean, we don't want to overgeneralize with people, but yeah, typically when you see somebody who has a regimented, consistent fitness schedule and stuff, it shows somebody who's disciplined to be disciplined with their finances also, to be disciplined with their relationships and that type of thing, right? So
exactly. And that's a perfect example, like finances, for example, right? Like that is another area of my life where I'm able to kind of stay disciplined and dive into that and have good habits. But it all stems from kind of the health and nutrition and just being able to just stay consistent and dialed in.
Yep. Yeah. And I think too, like the thing that comes to mind for me with that is even on a micro scale, like there's this idea that every time you say you're going to do something and you do it, you're building trust with yourself. Yep. It's similar to like in a relationship. Yep. Whereas like even in a friendship, like if I came to you and I was like, hey, Cole, we're going to do this podcast. Yep. And then an hour before I'm like, oh, I forgot about it. We're going to have to push it or something like that. Yeah. It's like you're starting to lose trust in me of like, how reliable is he? Yeah. Right? He forgot about this. It's kind of a big deal. We do the same thing with ourselves. When we say, I'm going to wake up at 6 a.m., I'm going to get myself ready, I'm going to go and train. Yeah. And then you hit the alarm instead. Yeah. You hit snooze. Yeah. It's like you're diminishing trust with yourself as well. Yeah. And I think that goes a long way. Like that's a big thing over time.
For sure, man. Your mind is like the most powerful thing in your body, right? Like, it's what you believe is what you're going to get, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, for sure. And that's the thing too, like, and that's one thing I really try hard to do is like, if I say I'm going to do something, it's got to be a really, really good reason for me to not do it. Can't just be because like, oh, I don't feel like it, or I'm tired, or I'm scared. Like, there's got to be like, oh, I'm on my deathbed right now. I'm sick. I can't, whatever.
Yeah.
Right? Like an actual good reason.
Yeah. Yep, I agree.
Yeah.
The other thing that came to mind for me with this question was, well, actually two things. One, you and me were kind of talking about this recently, but like listening to my gut has been a really important habit.
Yeah.
And like in terms of return on investment, I see it the other way, where it's like the times when I haven't listened to my gut when I like knew I should have.
Yeah.
It's like the consequence is very noticeable.
Yeah.
In a lot of different ways. I think that's been one that's just been so important. The other one is just, I heard something once and it really stuck with me. It's, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, right? And it's like talk less, listen more.
Right.
And that's been a habit that I've really worked on over the last few years. And I think that's something that's really helped me, you know, in a lot of areas. It's helped me be a better podcast host. It's helped me be a better friend, better in relationships when I'm just listening more, right? It's made me a better leader.
Yeah, 100%. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we're rolling through these questions.
Nice.
Okay, next question. Oh, it's a big one. Why do you think men struggle to develop friendships?
Man, I honestly think that guys are busy grinding. If I'm being honest with you, I think that men are just, they're working.
Yeah.
And also, like, on top of that, I don't think it's as common for men to, like, if you're already friends, like, you make friends through doing activities, right? Men aren't, I find, as social as women would be, in the sense of, like, you don't really see guys going up to other guys being like, hey, like, you want to go get a coffee sometime and stuff? You don't see that kind of stuff with men very often, unless you're already friends.
Yeah. Why do you think that is, though?
I don't know, ego? Just macho-ness, maybe, is a good word.
Yeah.
Macho.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that is a good question.
Yeah. No, I agree with what you're saying. I think we're far less likely to go and approach another dude somewhere and just being like, hey, like, we seem to have common interests. We should get together.
Yeah.
It's like, and I think ego gets in the way a little bit. Yeah.
But that's exactly, like, that's, like, through activity, right? Like, my best friends and all my like friend group and everything is through the sports that I do, right?
Yeah.
And like close bonds with those people now.
Yeah.
And but like, you're not gonna catch me like just like going on like going up to people like it's not how I make friends. But I also think like I was saying, like, guys are like busy working, man. Like they're in their routines, and if they're not going and doing those activities and getting out there, then where are they going to meet friends if they're not going to approach people, right?
Yeah, and I think the other layer to that is that it's what you kind of mentioned, like that's the best place for us to meet people. But then when do we actually take the time to go and do those things? Right? It's we've both seen this through sports and stuff like that. It's actually pretty rare that you see like new guys come in. Usually it's like an established community that's like that has retention and it's built over time. It's really difficult, I think, for anyone, not just men, to go and try something new, to go and do something new, even if it's something you like. And I think that's where men are missing out on friendships, is because men are missing out on putting themselves out there to tribes, to new communities, to organizations and stuff like that.
Exactly. They just, whether like if it's family, right? Like I say, they're in their lives, they're in their routines, they have their families that they're providing for, but they're just hesitant to go and maybe get out to the new communities. And now that I like think about that, if I didn't go and start doing those sports when I moved back here, like I don't think I'd have many friends, and it would just be the people through work, really. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Like, where else am I going to go and meet and find new friends?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's tough. It's tough. And there is something to, like, there has to be something to when you look at the statistics, like why like men struggle more with doing those things, right? And part of it, I think it's that we're busy and we're working, but like a lot of women are working full time and stuff like that now too. It's true. Right. And so when we look at men, like, I don't know, I think maybe, I know I kind of like harp on it all the time, but I think vulnerability is a part of that too, because we struggle to be vulnerable. Like, it's not just, vulnerability is not just going to like open up and share things.
Yeah.
It's also very vulnerable to like go to a new jiu-jitsu class
Yeah.
and like test your pride and your ego
Yeah.
and that type of thing, where it's something that men hold so strong. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you see it with new guys coming into the gym and stuff. It's like they have something to prove just because they're new or something. Like, and it's like we always say, drop the ego at the door, right? But that's not so easy for a dude to do. You're walking in, you see all these other guys who are, you know, jacked and strong and like ready and like warriors.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I need to fit in here. I need to prove myself. Yeah. That's a vulnerable thing to do.
Yeah. No. Yeah, that's a good question, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I like it. Okay, you want to keep rolling?
Yeah, we'll keep it rolling.
Okay. Okay, so on the same topic, what's something you had to unlearn about being a man?
That emotions still exist.
Tell me more.
Like, you can be a man, you can still be strong and still feel like anxiety, for example, right? Like, I think there's maybe a bit of a stigma that like you're a man, you just got to be, you know, like strong all the time. And the truth is yeah, you can still be strong, but you can still feel those emotions, fear, anxiety, stress, anger, all those other things, and you're going to, everybody does. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like both can be true, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you think like being more in tune with your emotions has made you a better man?
How being more in tune?
Yeah, like understanding your emotions more and like, I guess, accepting them more, like you said. Like, how has that made you a better man in your life?
Oh man, that's a good one. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, see, for me, like the first thing that came to mind with that question was success. Like my idea of success had to change.
Right.
That's something I had to change as like a man, where I thought the way I showed up in my roles in life was success for me. So like, for example, if I was being a good husband, if I was being a good father, that was like, if I was making enough money to provide for my family, those were the ways that I was measuring my success. Right. And so what I realized was I was measuring success from external validation, right? So meaning like, if my wife told me that I was being a good husband, then I was like, I felt successful.
Right.
If my kids told me that I was a good dad, then I felt successful.
Yeah.
If my bank account showed me that I was working hard enough, then I felt successful.
Yeah.
Where I've had to learn to shift that idea of what success is. Right. It's like, how do I feel about how I'm doing that? And that's again tapping into emotions a little bit too.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like having to look within and more of an internal point of view on things. Yeah, for sure.
And so like for me, like by changing that, I actually show up better for my family now. Right. I show up better for my work because I don't have. There's always still pressure to be those things. Yeah. But I don't hold it, like I don't beat myself up anymore if like I have a month that's, you know, maybe not my best month. Right. Or if I have a moment where I don't show up my best for my kids. Those used to be things where I was like, I'm bad. I'm a bad dad. I'm a bad business person. Like I'm bad at these things. Right. So now I can show up, I think, a little bit more authentically in all those different areas and recognize that the role is just a thing that I'm filling, but there's more to me than just like the roles that I'm filling. Right. Yeah.
That's a really good perspective on it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. I was a bit stumped on that one.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think there's any right or wrong answer when we're talking about this, because there's still so many question marks around like what masculinity is in society right now and stuff like that. It's all, there's no right or wrong answer, I don't think. Yeah. Right?
True.
Okay, next question. Sweet. Okay, so we talked about how we trained together in like in our 20s and stuff like that. Yeah. How has your training physically and mentally evolved today since then? So thinking back to us in the gym, I just like remember being this like scrawny guy, just like wanting so badly to be big. But like, take me back to that time for you, what your training felt like mentally and physically and how it's evolved.
Literally, man, it was, how can I get as big and strong as possible? and hopefully look good at the same time. That was all I cared about.
Yeah.
But over time, like, and that was good. Like, that was goals for myself internally, right? But over time, I wanted a little bit of like external challenge, I guess, which is I kind of shifted more into athletics, sports, and like I wanted more competition against other people, right? So from then to now, like I still do those things, not the same way, but I kind of shifted that to sports. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So I would say as well, I've had to start taking a lot better care of my body because, 10 years of wear and tear doing that, right?
Yeah.
Heavy lifting, trying to max out your bench press, your squat, deadlift, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It takes a toll on your body, like, over time, right? And nobody stays young forever. So
do you remember doing Smoloff?
Oh yeah, man, I did that like a few times. I remember doing the full program of Smolov, and
I remember you doing it with like squatting, and your knees were just fucking destroyed afterwards.
I had to take an Advil before every session. Like, it was like 4 days a week of just squats. Like, no, it was terrible. But that's like I say, like nowadays, I have to really prioritize the recovery. If I don't, I'm gonna feel it, and I do, man. Like I work a physical job as well, and it's just like combining like the job and the lifting and now the combat sports, and just that adds up. You have to be better with the recovery side of things. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you learn to listen to your body, right? Whereas like I think back then, at least for me, it was just all about ego. I just wanted to look big. I just wanted to have bigger muscles. For me, like I was a personal trainer at the time, so I had a lot of ego built around my training, around like people expect me to be to look like a personal trainer, so I need to push it, and it's like and us training that way, that's the strongest I've ever been probably back then. It was like pushing myself to like that. I got I felt like I was built. I did some bulky and like was really dialed in with my nutrition and stuff. But my mentality has definitely shifted over the years with that of like, I care more about my sport. I care more about my lifestyle. Like my body working for my lifestyle. And I think I'm a lot happier now. Even though like I still work out, I still want to build muscle, and like I still want to look good. Like we all want to look good, right? But now it's like not at the expense of other things in my life. Yeah,
for sure. Well, it's like I remember doing deadlifts, and I was like, I want to get my deadlift as heavy as I can. And I remember getting like a 550-pound deadlift. And then I remember thinking back, like I think back on it now, and it's like, what was I doing? Like planning on just like lifting a car up for no reason? Right? Like there was zero functionality behind that type of training. Now it's way better. Like I'm athletic, like, and it just translates now like to all types of things. If I want to go on a hike, I can actually go on a hike, and like, I'll be tired, but I'll do the hike. It's not like I'm going to run out of breath after getting like 10 minutes in or something like that. Right. So and the mental side of things too, like you were saying with the ego. I think big, strong guys have a bit of an ego, and it's humbling when you do something that like really changes your perspective on that, right? And so my ego is a lot less nowadays than it used to be back in the day, for sure. Which I think is good. It's all learning and stuff, and it's to each their own as well, right? Like some people train that way for life, and they love it, and they enjoy it. They enjoy hitting those marks, and it's the thrill for them. And kudos, right? But for me, and it sounds like for you, that's kind of shifted over the years. For sure.
Good. Awesome. Okay. What else we got? Okay. If your 18-year-old self could see you now, what would he respect the most?
The consistency. That is one thing that I never had an issue with, was being consistent. Every area of my life, man, I like to use like habits as an example. like I'll just be consistent with a habit over and over and over and over until it's not like really a habit anymore. It's like we're talking about with like discipline, right? Like the habit just becomes normal, right?
Yep.
So that consistency, I've filtered it through all different areas of my life, right? And I would just definitely say that there's one thing that 18-year-old me was really going to give me a pat on the back for, would be consistency. Never like, and that's the thing. Like I'm the type of person that if I'm thinking about trying something new or starting something new, but I already know that I'm not going to be able to commit and be consistent, I just won't do it.
Yeah.
Like it's got to that point where consistency matters so much to me that I won't do something new if I don't think that I can be consistent with it.
Yeah.
But then sometimes like, and you'd be surprised like at your threshold at just how many things you actually can do when like little habits become normal, right? Like
yeah,
you're consistent with a habit, do it. That's not really hard for you to do anymore. Then you can add in another habit. Consistency, right?
Yeah.
And that just trickles through all areas of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds like consistency is one of your core values in life.
Yeah.
I'm curious, like what other core values do you think you hold?
Core values, I would say that I'm not sure. I got to think about that.
Yeah.
What about you?
I think family is one of my core values for sure. That's something that I continue to go back to. Community is a big core value for me.
Yeah.
Like community and connection, those two things kind of together.
Yeah.
I think authenticity
Yeah.
has really developed into a really strong core value of mine.
Yeah.
And then I think love is a strong. I don't know if that really counts as a value, but I guess it kind of ties in with connection too.
Yeah.
Yeah, just meaningful connections is valuable to me.
Yeah, like I would say, yeah, like a core value, relationships for sure, right? Like if you you could have all the money in the world, and that's good to a point, but if you don't have like relationships, like your family, what is any of it really worth in the end, right? So like, yeah, for sure, consistency, health, obviously. I'm the reason I keep bringing up health is I just think that I honestly personally think it's the biggest value everybody should have, because if you don't have your health, you literally don't have anything. I always like use the example, like if you're sick and in a hospital bed, but you could have prevented that, like you have one option in life, and that's to get healthy.
Yeah.
Right? But if you're healthy, you've got thousands of options. You can do anything you want, right? Yep. And so I would definitely say that like that's the main thing. Relationships, family, finances, that does matter, but maybe not as much, right?
Yeah.
And consistency for sure.
Yeah, and you always hear people will kind of rebuttal that and be like, yeah, but what about the people who are so healthy and then they, drop dead with a heart attack or something and they were healthy, or these people who are smokers for years and never get cancer and stuff. And it's like, my response to that is always, there's always going to be unknowns. There's always uncertainty. There's always going to be cases where things will happen and it's like completely out of your control.
Yeah.
Right? However, why wouldn't we at least try and put ourselves in the best position possible?
100%.
Right? We've both experienced injuries. Yeah. We're both fit guys. Yeah. We take care of ourselves.
Yeah.
And because of that, we can recover quicker from our injuries.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with our health, right? Yeah. It's like somebody who has maybe like a heart attack out of the blue for whatever reason. Maybe it was like stress induced or something. Yeah. But like, are they going to recover faster from that heart attack than somebody who hasn't been taking care of themselves? Yeah. You better believe it.
Yeah, for sure, man. Like back when COVID was running rampant, I'm pretty sure I had COVID a couple times. And I got pretty sick and my lungs were pretty jacked up.
Yep.
But I would think to myself, like,
thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what if I didn't have good lungs when I got sick?
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
So yeah, for sure. Yeah.
It's so true.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's a great answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to the next one. Let's see. What's something you struggle with that people wouldn't expect? So something surprising that you struggle with.
Well, this one's not surprising, but I mean, anybody who knows me, that's known me for more than a week, knows I'm a huge overthinker. Yeah, like, you know, when I'm first meeting people, or like when I'm at work or something like that, I'll generally be pretty good at showing composure, staying calm, but man, I'm always overthinking. Like, I'm such a bad overthinker. Like, I'll be overthinking. I'll be thinking about something a year from now, or like planning something a year from now that I haven't even taken the first step with today. Right? So yeah, that's, I mean, people who know me know, but like, if I can probably come off pretty composed to people. I've actually had people be like, "You're pretty level-headed," and I'm like, "No, I'm not."
Yeah, if you could only be inside my head.
Yeah.
Well, it's so true, right? Because that's typically the way that people are in general, but I think especially type A driven people, we don't show it that much, which I think people would be very surprised with a lot of the things that we struggle with on a daily basis, because, you know, we put up a good exterior.
100%, man. It's like, it's, if you could only see what's going on inside my head, like 24/7, man. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I feel that for sure too. Yeah. I think for me, I think people would, I'm a really positive person, like I'm very, very optimistic and stuff. And I think people would be surprised at how much I struggle to stay positive sometimes.
Yeah.
Just like battles with like bouts of depression and stuff like that. Whereas most people who like know me even really well, I've like, I'll give you an example. I remember I had, I think it was a client or a friend at one time. And I remember I was struggling so much. Like, I was having such bad anxiety, like panic attacks and stuff, and really, really struggling. Yeah. And I just remember the one day they were like, "I just wish I had it all figured out like you do." And I just remember like having this moment where I just went inside my head and was like, if you only knew how much I didn't have it together right now,
100%.
It would blow your mind. But yeah, it's so true. We do a good job of hiding it, right? Yeah.
Definitely.
All right. Okay, so living a disciplined life has many benefits. What do you think is the cost of discipline and structure? So obviously with everything, there's benefit and there's a cost that comes along with it. What's the cost that we pay for living that kind of structured life?
Isolation. Yeah, I would say that's the biggest thing, because most people don't understand the structure and they don't relate to the structure, and it's tough, man. Like, yeah, like I'll have people ask me if I want to do something, and I'll be like, I would like to, but I'm not going to, because it's not like a part of my goal or my routine or what I'm trying to work towards, right? So I would definitely say that it's not easy to be spontaneous. It's a little bit isolating for sure.
Yeah, that's a really good point. It's like, it brings me to this idea of like, it's lonely at the top too. Yeah. Right, where I hear it a lot with being an entrepreneur. Some people are like, "Oh, you have so much freedom." It's like, it must be so nice to make your own schedule and those types of things. It's like, yes, but also, you know, for me in particular, like I teach martial arts classes. I'm usually teaching those classes when everybody else is free. Right. And so like, then my free time is during the day. Yeah. Usually, and so then it feels very lonely, but it's like when you're building something, when you have things that matter to you and you're trying to stay disciplined with those things. Yeah, there is that cost of like, you're going to miss out on a lot of shit. Yeah. To get to that goal.
Yeah, man. But that's the thing, is like the person that can stay disciplined and that can stay consistent, you're going to see it eventually. And you might not see it on the way up. Yeah. Right. And most people don't. It's like the tip of the iceberg. They just see the tip. Yeah. They don't see everything under the water. Right. And that's it for sure. Like, there's tons of times where on a Wednesday night, I'd love to go out for wings with the boys, but no, I got to go home. I got to eat the dinner that I made. I got to read my book, and I got to get to bed at this time. Like, go out for beers on the weekends. Like, no.
Yeah, and like, of course, there's always room for balance, but I think it's an interesting thing. Like, you and me maintaining this friendship for so long, and like, sure, we've had like not ups and downs, but we've had times where we were both kind of doing our own things, and then we come back and stuff like that. But I do find it interesting how when you stay aligned to the things that matter, those core values that you have, you find the people that align with those things as well. And then now it's like, it's easier for you and me to go and hang out because 100%. We have so many of the things that we want to do like align. Like, we went to the hot tub and sauna like a couple weeks ago, right? And it was 100%, like, that was our Friday night. Yeah. But it's like, we both enjoyed it. It mattered to us. It resonated with our goals. Yeah. Stuff like that.
Exactly. That's a great example. Like, what do we do on a Friday night? Let's go get tea, right? Like, It was funny though. I did have to laugh because I was thinking about going to Greta Bar I was staying up till 2 a.m. but like completely sober. We just went there to like play some games. Get out there, like,
fun.
Have a good time, but like.
Because it mattered, like we talked about this, it mattered to both of us that like, I don't want to wake up and feel like shit tomorrow. Because I got things to do. Like, I got priorities. Man. But I still want to go and have fun, and let's do it.
Exactly, right? So like that's the balance you're talking about, right? Like, we don't do that kind of stuff often at all, but it's like, hey, why not, like, once in a while, like, let's go like live life a little bit, but you know, keep it like moderate, keep it structured, and like. So I don't think I went to sleep till 2 a.m.
Same.
I was up at 7 a.m. It was a little bit later than 6, what I normally do, but I was training that morning. Like, I knew that I had to do a simulation workout. I went and did the simulation workout. Like, I wasn't going to use an excuse.
And how uncomfortable it would have been going with somebody who was all night like, come on, do a shot, come on, let's just come on, just have a drink with me, right? Like that kind of thing. It's like it's nice when you have people that align well. And that's like just a perfect example. Like, my friend group that I hang out with now, we'll go. It's funny. We went a couple years ago, a couple buddies and I, to San Diego, and you would think like going on a boys trip, we're gonna drink and we're gonna go party and this and that. You should have seen this picture. We had like where you'd like have in the kitchen all the beer cans and all that lined up. It was like Jocko Go, Jocko Molk, like protein shakes. We had like 20 cartons of eggs in the fridge, and all healthy shit.
Right? So that's the people that you attract, right? And so it was, exactly. That's just it.
It's so true. Okay, I got one more question for you.
Okay.
So this is the question my last guest left. So they didn't know who was coming. So I'm going to give you the question, you answer it, and then when we're off the air, you can write a question for my next guest. Okay, we kind of talked about this a little bit. What does vulnerability mean to you? What do you need to become more vulnerable? And what does it mean to you when someone is vulnerable with you?
What is it? Okay, so what's the first part of that?
What does vulnerability mean to you?
It means opening up and just being afraid, like opening up to people and being uncomfortable. Like that's what I think being vulnerable is just being out of your element.
I think that's a perfect answer. Okay, so second part of the question. What do you need to become more vulnerable?
What do I need to become more vulnerable?
I think you could answer it even in general. Like, what do people need to become more vulnerable?
Just to surround themselves with people that they feel comfortable with, that align with them and their goals in life.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, last part of the question. What does it mean to you when someone is vulnerable with you?
It means they trust me. That's what I think. That's a huge compliment. So
I agree. This is something that I've like really been recognizing more, especially in this last year of my life, is how vulnerability is a gift to somebody else. Right. We hold it so much like it's like, I don't want to burden people. I think we don't realize a lot of the times how much of a gift it is to be able to say like, hey, Cole, this is something I'm struggling with. Can you help me?
Right.
Right. It's like, yeah, I can. And thank you for letting me.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
100%.
Well, with that being said, man, thank you for coming on the show. This was so fun. I hope you had fun.
I did have fun. This was great. I hope to do this again.
Yeah, let's definitely do it again.
Yeah.
There's a lot more questions we could get to.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fun. Thanks.
Sweet, man. Thank you.
Awesome. And thanks everybody for listening and watching. We'll see you in the next episode.